Welcome to Manchester United News Update. Subscribe for more Manchester United news, match previews, and transfer updates. Man United identify transfer target as 2 Erik Ten Hag signings, wanted on loan. Latest Manchester United transfer news and gossip with updates on Wolves defender Ryan Ait-Nouri, Joshua Zirkzee, and Rasmus Højlund. Manchester United could be set for a busy end to the January transfer window over the next couple of weeks. United have until February 3rd to complete their transfer business until it reopens at the end of the season. Ruben Amorim has yet to add any new players to his squad since the window opened on New Year's Day, but there is still time for that to change. Lecce defender Patrick Dorgu is the latest player to emerge as a target for United. There is also interest from United in Bournemouth left-back Milos Kerkez, and there is likely to be even more speculation as the next few days unfold. With that in mind, Men's Sport takes a look at some of the latest United transfer news and gossip that have emerged over the last few days. United are being linked with a move for Wolves defender Ryan Ait-Nouri. According to Caught Offside, United have identified the left-back as one of their top transfer targets during the January window. The report claims that Nuno Mendes is no longer a target due to the unlikelihood of the defender leaving Paris Saint-Germain. As a result, Ait-Nouri has emerged as a potential target for United as they look to strengthen the left-back position. Ait-Nouri has been linked with United in the past, with Liverpool also being mentioned in some reports. Wolves are reportedly valuing Ait-Nouri at around €60 million, £50.7 million, to allow the left-back to leave Molineux before the February 3rd deadline. Elsewhere, AC Milan are reportedly interested in signing 2 United players this month. According to ESPN, Rasmus Højlund and Joshua Zirkzee are wanted by the Serie A giants as they look to sign a new striker. Marcus Rashford was reportedly a target for Milan in previous weeks. However, the report claims that Milan are seeking an alternative to Rashford, with Zirkzee and Højlund identified as players they want to sign on loan for the remainder of the season. Jamie Carragher Savage's Man United player who made him laugh in blistering attack. Jamie Carragher has launched a blistering attack on Manchester United, saying he nearly burst out laughing when Lisandro Martinez talked up their mentality recently. The Red Devils plucked Ruben Amorim from Sporting Lisbon in November to succeed the beleaguered Erik Ten Hag. But the Portuguese coach, who was one of the most sought-after managers in Europe, has struggled to transform the club's fortunes. United have taken just 11 points from as many Premier League games since Amorim arrived after losing 3-1 at home to Brighton on Sunday. And Carragher tore into United's flops after Amorim admitted that the current crop of players could be the worst in the club's history. After questioning Amorim for making such a damning comment, Carragher said on Sky Sports, "I've got not much sympathy for the players in that Manchester United dressing room. They've been a joke for a few years now." A few weeks ago, after they played Liverpool, there was an interview with Lisandro Martinez where he was talking about the mentality and tapping his head. "I nearly burst out laughing when I saw that, to be honest. The amount of times Manchester United have basically threw the towel in with bad performances over the past 4 or 5 years. From the manager's point of view, how can he go into the dressing room between now and the end of the season and continually build them up and give them belief if he said they're one of the worst teams in Manchester United history? I'd be very surprised if the powers that be above him aren't having a strong word with him. You can't speak like that as manager of Manchester United. You don't pour petrol on the flames." The Red Devils are currently languishing in the bottom half of the Premier League table after failing to make up for their rotten start to the season under Ten Hag, who was sacked in October, just months after being handed a contract extension. United are 13th in the table, 10 points above the relegation zone, and Carragher says Amorim's brutal blast was one of the most bizarre things he's ever seen from a manager. Why you would make a comment like that? That's the type of comment a pundit would make, someone in my position, and you'd have to defend that. I don't know what he gains from that, what the benefit is, Carragher said. We all know it's a poor Man United team. They'd lost another game at home to Brighton. They'd done that in the last couple of years anyway. We know it's a tough season. We know it's a poor team. He has just loosened it up. That will be a quote that follows him for the rest of the season. He said to the journalists there, "I'll give you your headline. Why you would like to do that as a manager, I'll never know." Marcus Rashford doing extra training sessions amid Manchester United squad exile. Marcus Rashford remains available for selection at Manchester United and wants to play for the club. Sources have clarified Rashford, who outlined his desire for a new challenge last month, has not declared himself unavailable after he was left out of the team for the 9th match running in the 3-1 home defeat to Brighton. When Rashford's absence was raised at Ruben Amorim's post-match press conference, the United head coach said, "It's his choice. Rashford has conducted extra training sessions to maintain his fitness, but he could still leave his boyhood club before the January transfer window closes on February 3rd. Tottenham and West Ham United held exploratory discussions with Rashford's representatives, and the 27-year-old is prepared to play as a centre forward at another club. His best role is widely regarded to be on the left wing. Rashford earns £325,000 a week, and United want to either sell or loan the England international this month following his public wish to leave. A sale would represent a pure profit under the Premier League's profitability and sustainability rules, as Rashford is an academy graduate. United's training session on Wednesday ahead of their Europa League tie against Rangers will be open to the media for 15 minutes. The club have significantly reduced their output of training imagery and footage over the past month, and Rashford was absent when a batch of photographs were released from a session on January 8th. Amorim dropped Rashford from the Manchester Derby squad for the 2-1 win at City on December 15th, and his only matchday squad inclusion since then was as an unused substitute in the 2-0 defeat to Newcastle on December 30th. "Guys, like you said, it's his choice," Amorim said on Sunday. "In the last games that we lost, Rashford was not here. So I don't want to put this moment on Rashford. Rashford is out of this moment because he's not playing. No matter what, I'm not going to put in a player that I don't believe is the best for the team." Rashford rejected offers from 3 Saudi Pro League clubs earlier this month and has no interest in a move to Turkey. Borussia Dortmund have been linked with the United Academy graduate. Man United transfer news live. Alejandro Garnacho hint. Patrick Dorgu talks. Marcus Rashford medical. Manchester United and Ruben Amorim look set for a number of key decisions in the remaining 2 weeks of the January transfer window. The agents of Alejandro Garnacho were present at Stamford Bridge for Chelsea's Premier League clash with Wolverhampton Wanderers on Monday, prompting speculation that the forward could leave Old Trafford this month. Meanwhile, Marcus Rashford remains available for selection at Manchester United and wants to play for the club. Sources have clarified that Rashford, who outlined his desire for a new challenge last month, has not declared himself unavailable after he was left out of the team for the 9th match running in the 3-1 home defeat to Brighton. Elsewhere, Manchester United are among the clubs interested in Bournemouth left-back Milos Kerkez. Kerkez, 21, has been outstanding for Bournemouth since his arrival from AZ Alkmaar 18 months ago, and the Hungary international scored his 2nd goal of the season in the 4-1 victory at Newcastle on Saturday. United want to sign a left-sided player to effectively replace the injury-prone Luke Shaw, while fellow left-back Tyrell Malacia could be sold this year. Milan United duo. According to ESPN, AC Milan have turned their attention to Joao Felix, Joshua Zirkzee, and Rasmus Højlund after accepting defeat in their pursuit of Marcus Rashford. The report states that the Italian giants are considering loan moves for the trio. It's said that Santiago Jimenez at Feyenoord has been shortlisted for a permanent transfer if Fikayo Tomori leaves the San Siro for a fee this month due to a non-EU player place becoming available. ESPN state that Milan set United and Rashford a Monday deadline to commit to a loan move following talks. But, with the 27-year-old said to favor a move to Barcelona, the Rossoneri have moved on. United finally find Shaw replacement. The Manchester Evening News understands United are in talks with Lecce to sign Patrick Dorgu. Ruben Amorim is keen to strengthen his side before the January transfer window slams shut on February 3rd, and the 20-year-old left-back has been identified as a player of interest. Dorgu is naturally left-sided, but he can also play on the right. It's understood talks between United and the Italian club are ongoing, though nothing has been finalized at this stage. Garnacho's entourage spotted at Stamford Bridge. Alejandro Garnacho's entourage were spotted at Stamford Bridge during Chelsea's clash against Wolves on Monday night. The 20-year-old winger has been heavily linked with a move to Enzo Maresca's side this month. Earlier this month, the Manchester Evening News reported that United might be compelled to offload Garnacho this month to adhere with the Premier League's profit and sustainability rules. It suggested that United are under increasing pressure to sell a highly valuable academy player.